it is time to get shiny PALKIA for the decks. For our shiny Manaphy. I cannot wait to get this thing. This is what this entire journey has led up to. Everything has led up to this moment. To getting this PALKIA. And now we're not even just going to do that. We're going to get a shiny PALKIA. We're going to go all out with this. I have everything ready and set up to go. It is time to shiny hunt this PALKIA. It is pink. It is very pink. It might be more pink than Jigglypuff, but we will get it so we can get our Manaphy. We're going to put False Swipe on our Mew. And we're going to absolutely hope and pray with all of our soul that it does not die. Because we don't have many other options right now. My project with Professor Rowan can wait. Now it is time to hunt a shiny god. First things first, we need to prepare. We're going to get my signature Pokeball. And worst case scenario, we have the Master Ball. So, the Pokemon League has luxury balls. And we have a lot of money. With all of that money, we can buy a lot of luxury balls. We should also get a lot of revives, just in case. Because look at that, we can get 238. I don't think we'll need that many. Although realistically, we probably will. But we will get 100 of them. We'll get 110 luxury balls. That's going to give us 11 premier balls as well. We'll get a couple of timer balls. We'll get 10. And we will get 30 dusk balls. Because it is nighttime. We could also get a net ball. That would be silly. But we're hoping it gets into luxury ball. Because that is my signature ball. And it looks beautiful. It does not fit the Pokemon specifically. But I think in general it is the best looking Pokeball to put shinies in. It's luxurious. It's rich. It's rare. And it's sparkly. Just what a shiny Pokemon deserves. And now we do need a lot of revives just in case Mew dies. May as well get a handful of full restores. And there goes all of our money. So, we have gone broke. And now it is time for us to scale Mount Coronet again. In the meantime, how is everybody's night going? I hope everyone is enjoying their night. Shiny hunting. Getting ready for the next day. Doing anything at all. Because frankly, as long as you're having a good time, that is all that matters. And feel free to let me know what you're shiny hunting as well. We love shiny hunting in this chat. Psyduck is very funny looking. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Guy gets headaches all the time. He probably doesn't remember where he is. But still, I can't help but think those eyes are just goofy. I must say, a lot of the arrangements that were made for BDSP are pretty good. Like, they're overall very solid, of course, but when you think about it, not a lot of them sound remade. Oh my goodness gracious. I hate that ledge. How did I get it right the first time, like last night, and now I'm struggling with it? Okay, there we go. We got it. Oh, that ledge is the bane of my existence in this game. Because you can just hit down once, and then it sends you plummeting off of the ledge, and it is not fun, because then you have to do the entire thing again. I am just about finished with the new upload. And it's going to be great. Pokemon Snap was an interesting experience, and I'm just about done editing all of that. Hope everyone's looking forward to the big Snap video. Oh, how about Pokemon Day later this month? I'm definitely looking forward to that, seeing what Pokemon has in store for us for the rest of this year. Now that I think about it, I am thinking about what Pokemon should get Megas in Legends ZA. Depending on what Pokemon are in it, of course. Because there are a lot of Pokemon that deserve Megas. After all this time. Because, I mean, most of the Mega Evolutions that we got were Gen 1 Pokemon. And I mean, for their introduction, sure, why not? That's not bad. But now we can definitely do better. And I hope we do better. Okay. Save there just in case. And there it is. There's Palkia. I'm gonna save here, and then I'm gonna save another step up. And I think now when I hit up, it's gonna automatically send me... Nope, okay. Alright, now it should automatically send me to the Pokemon once I hit up. Alright, it's time for the hunt to begin. Strap in, it's gonna be a long night of repetition. For the record, that is not the shiny. It's a lot more pink than that. So, now we just do that over and over again. In the meantime, TCG Pocket is still not being very nice to me. In fact, I need to go ahead and go back to doing those solo battles for the event. And I'm pretty sure Scarlet and Violet is getting a Flying-type Mass Outbreak event. I don't know the specific details for that one quite yet, but it sounds interesting. I do like me some Mass Outbreaks and stuff. Makes shiny hunting a little bit easier for certain Pokemon. Rare colored Pokemon. Remember when they were called rare colored Pokemon? Imagine calling them rare colored Pokemon. I mean, technically they are, but shiny sounds cooler. It sounds a lot more rare, exquisite, just better overall. Honestly, there are a lot of terms that Pokemon uses nowadays that are just silly. Just very silly. Like first partner Pokemon. I mean, it's not too silly, but it's definitely silly. It's definitely silly. And I genuinely can't lie when I say first partner Pokemon just does not ring as well as starter Pokemon. It just doesn't ring that well. It's just very weird sounding in comparison to starter. Starter, you know what you're talking about when you say starter Pokemon. First partner could mean anything. And I mean, I guess that's why they named it that. They wanted it to be more special and weird in comparison to starter. Like first partner can be broad. You could start off with any other Pokemon. You could start off with any other Pokemon. You could start off with any Pokemon and that would be your first partner Pokemon. So for that, for them calling starter Pokemon first partner Pokemon now, kind of weird. Especially since time and time again they have referred to them as starters. Powerhouse Pokemon is also another weird one. Like, I don't understand what made them think first. I don't understand what made them think powerhouse Pokemon would make even a lick of sense. Yeah, they're powerhouses, sure. But pseudo-legendaries just make them sound so much cooler. Because they're like legendaries, but they're not. They're just very strong, fully evolved, very powerful Pokemon. And they're almost to the level of legendaries, but they really aren't. And that just sounds cool. It just sounds so cool. Pseudo-legendary. Would you get excited hearing pseudo-legendary? I would. I very much would. Between Dialga and Palkia, I much prefer Dialga's shiny because it's a lot more noticeable and easier to tell when it's a shiny. But who knows, I might soften up to Palkia a little bit once I actually see the shiny, because I've seen the shiny a few times, but it's still very similar to its regular appearance that I am afraid I am going to reset over it. So I'm being very cautious when I do my resets. I'm being very cautious about it. Because unlike Dialga, where I can tell immediately, I'm not easily able to tell right off the bat normally for Palkia. I mean, it's a lot more pink, I guess, but it just looks normally pink, so I mean, it's... We'll just have to see when we get it, which will be in about, I guess, 300 resets, knowing my luck. That's about how long it took me for Dialga, although I wasn't keeping track at the time, so I can't really tell you how many resets it took me to get Dialga. But I do have a shiny Dialga. Unfortunately, it was about to struggle itself to death, so I had to catch it in a Master Ball. Which, I mean, at least they have it. But now I'm just sad and I want to get a new one. One that's not in a Master Ball. I don't like the Master Ball, honestly. I really don't like it. Let's open up a Palkia pack while we're waiting. Okay, starting off with Sneasel, Togepi, Gastrodon, Nosepass, and Togetic. Alright, nothing good. Pretty much to be expected from TCG Pocket. That's to be expected. I got a third immersive Dialga earlier today. I don't need 3 of them, but I have 3 of them now, I guess, so that's cool. Honestly, it reminds me of that one meme of, like, the person or the creature just standing on the beach, and it's like, man. That's what that reminds me of. And it's just funny to me. For no apparent reason. And it's literally just Dialga on a cliff looking over the horizon. And that gives me the same vibes as that silly meme. But I mean, hey, I can't help it. That's what it looks like. Okay, so looking at screenshots, it's definitely a whole lot more pink when it's shiny. Significantly more pink. I might not have a hard time finding it then. I sure hope not. I wonder what the worst starter trio is. A lot of people say it's Univas, but I quite like Univas quite a lot. Alright. Number 11. Giants Unleashed. I might be able to afford the next... I might be able to afford the badge for Palkia now. Because I got the Dialga badge a little while ago. I now can probably afford the Palkia badge. I like collecting badges on TCG Pocket, except for the ones that require you to battle. Because I don't like battling. I'm bad at the game. But I mean, you know, there's a first for everything, I guess. Oh, here we go. Yep, the Palkia emblem. Yay, we got both emblems. Nice. Love to see it. Number 12. Seriously getting really hyped for the Switch 2. Like, I can't wait to get it and see how much better some of my games perform on it in comparison to on the regular Switch. If the price really is $400 though, yikes. But I'm hoping it would be worth it. I'm very much hoping that it would be a worthwhile investment. Because that's ultimately what we need, right? Worthwhile investments for our hard-earned cash. You know, a game I wanted to play is Astrobot, but I can't because I don't have a PlayStation. And I've been thinking about getting a PlayStation a handful of times, but I ended up not doing it. It's simply too pricey for me at the moment. I was offered a digital version with the disc reader, and I'm like, no, I want the disc version of the system. Same reason why I'm not getting a PS5 Pro. Absolutely not. And like, if the future of PlayStation is digital only, then count me out of it. I want nothing to do with it. I can live without PlayStation in my life. Like, if they're gonna go digital only, they're out of their minds. I like my physical media. I like being able to hold the physical discs or cartridges and say I have the game with me in my collection physically rather than digitally, which is funny because I have a lot of games on Steam. But the thing is, all those games on Steam, I'm going to get physical copies of them. I like having physical copies. I think having a physical collection is beautiful. And that's just for the collecting purposes. What about game preservation? I don't know, I just don't see any joy in a digital only environment. Like, yeah, you have immediate access to all of your favorite games if you have the space for it, but at that point, when you just want something physical instead, that way it doesn't take up all of your space, and I mean, yeah, you do have to push a couple of buttons to swap the games, but it doesn't take any longer than 5 seconds. So is it really that big of a time loss? I don't know, that's just me though. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions on the matter. But yeah, right now is not looking good for me getting a PlayStation. Might sit off on it, which is a shame because, again, I really want to play Astrobot. Astrobot, I heard, is so fun. But I just don't see a good reason to invest in it right now. Especially when the new Switch system is coming out this year. And Legends ZA is coming out this year. And I'm more excited about both of those, more than anything. That's personally what I'm waiting to invest in. This feels an adorable Pokemon. Like, it's like just a little while ago, I did a little quest in Legends Arceus that had this field rolling down the hill. I didn't do that during my main playthrough. So while I was in the middle of getting Pokemon for Enamorus, I ended up finding the quest and finishing it, and it was funny. Just this field rolling down the hill, being a little bit of a rugrat, so to say. That was just the funniest thing ever to me. I don't know why. But just Pokemon being obnoxious like that is just funny to me. It's very funny. I like it a lot. And honestly, I might go back and do a lot of the side quests in Legends Arceus if a lot of them are like that. Because I have no idea if there were a lot of quests that are like that. But if there are, I want to experience them. I want to experience those quests. Because personally, I do like side quests. I do like side quests. It's just a matter of do I want to do it or not. And well, a lot of the time I tend to not do them. Unless it's Final Fantasy. If it's Final Fantasy, I do every single side quest there is. Or Dragon Quest. I did the same thing in Dragon Quest 11. And well, I enjoyed my time with it. I like doing side quests for certain things, but overall, I must say, I genuinely must say, not every side quest is created equal. Some are better, some are worse. And personally, I'm willing to take time out of my life to play through these side quests and see if they're any good. To see which ones I can recommend to other people. Because I think there is a lot of merit in side quests. I mean, optional content that you can get goodies from? Heck yeah. Oh, Pokemon just got shot out of the cannon. Not too big of a fan of these loading screens. Like, sometimes I feel like they take a little bit too long. Like, yeah, it needs to load things in and all, I get it, but it just takes a little too long for my liking. I have patience, though. I definitely have patience. Patience is not a problem for me when it comes to loading screens or shiny hunting or things of that nature. Like, I can deal with it. I can put up with it just fine. There are just some loading screens that I feel like take a little too much time. And I won't lie, the one in BDSP was kind of boring. Like, it's just the 3 starters. I mean, it's simple, straight to the point, sure, but it could be better. Like, maybe it could be a wormhole. It could be a distortion to reference Legends Arceus, and, well, I mean, isn't Legends Arceus a distortion? You know, now that I think about it, that's probably the case, and I'm just misremembering. Thinking it was something else. But I mean, genuinely. If we could have anything else, and we get the 3 Sinnoh starters. Gets the job done, I guess, but I would prefer something with a little more pizzazz and more representative of the region itself. Because I just think that'd be neat. I just think it would be neat. Because, I mean, in Scarlet and Violet, when you travel from one area to the next, you're traveling via plane, and then a Dragonite flies by. That's such a cool transition loading screen that I have to give many major props. Because that is realistically what you would find if you go up there. You would end up finding Dragonite just chilling and flying by. They're very human-loving creatures, those Dragonite. They're definitely not against people. They love people. And I'd bet whenever they see a plane, they do their absolute best to chase by it, just because they want to see all the people that are inside, or they want to see how fast the plane's gonna go. And that's a very cute thing to think about. Especially when you take into consideration certain Dragonite, like Ash's Dragonite, that's very friendly, very adorable. We need to take that into consideration. Personally, it just amplifies the lore of Dragonite and its appeal that much more. Speaking of planes, I've been on a plane trip once. I think only once. And it wasn't bad. I probably would not do it again for a good while, though. Planes aren't my forte, all things considered. I'm not afraid of heights. Like, heights don't bother me that much. But I don't like just sitting on a plane. Especially when there's, like, not a lot that you can really do on there. I'd rather have a lot more to do. All my Pokemon standing at attention. They're watching you. My second playthrough of Legends Arceus is about it's about a third of the way done now. I only just now finished the Cobalt Coastlands. When I say that, it makes it sound like that's about halfway done with the game, and I'm almost done with it, but to those who know, you know I'm not even halfway there. And on one hand, that's cool. A lot more Legends Arceus. On another, man, it's kind of repetitive. It's repetitive in a fun way, except when you're actively trying to grind it out. It's one of those games that gets a little stale on repeated playthroughs consecutively. Especially if you've already been there, done that, everything's still fresh in your head, and then you're going back to do it again. And then it's like, yeah, I know, just let me move on. And then it doesn't feel like an adventure anymore. It doesn't feel like you're exploring Hisui to get all these different Pokemon anymore. It's like you're just completing a task so you can move on with the game. And I hate it when it's like that. I really, really hate it when it's like that. But Legends Arceus is still a very fun and enjoyable game. It very much is. I just wish I got a physical copy of it. I pre-ordered it digitally for some reason, and so now I'm sad because I don't have the physical box with me. And I think that is the coolest box out of all the ones that we've gotten so far. Because Sword and Shield's not that great. Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee look like they were made in Photoshop. They most likely were. But I'm talking like a bad Photoshop. Like, you just stick a 2D image on a 3D realistic field. That's kind of the vibes that it gives me. It doesn't necessarily give me the vibes of a grand, fantastical Pokemon adventure or whatnot. And then Scarlet and Violets are not that impressive, in all honesty. Like, it's just them against the background of their color. The logos are sick, though. I love the logo designs for each of them. I will say, the Pokemon logos always look fantastic, but why do the Japanese versions look better? Like, the name Pokemon in there, well, not even the name Pokemon, but the logos are actually colored. They're color-coded. And it's so cool. Why don't we get that? Why is it always the blank yellow-blue Pokemon logo? They only started changing it with Legends And to be honest, imagine if we had more variations of the Pokemon logo that's no longer just yellow and blue. What if we had even more color? I think the game logos would stand out a heck of a lot more. But yes, the logo designs in Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet are really cool. Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl are a bit bare bones, but they get the job done. Legends Arceus is stellar. Legends ZA is looking very funny. And Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee are clever. That's just the Switch titles, though. There were a whole lot more. And they're all pretty good. They're pretty good and I like them. I honestly forgot what it was that got me into Pokemon in the first place. Like, my first game ever was Ranger Guardian Suns, but I forgot when and where I got that from. But I did, and I'm glad I did. It's still a mystery to me where it came from. And I can't lie. Sometimes the mystery is just better. Sometimes it's just better if you don't know. And I mean, I can attest to that. It honestly makes Pokemon a little more magical to me, because now it feels like it's been a part of my life ever since I was born. Even though it's definitely not the case. It took me 8 years to get into the franchise at all. But it feels like it's been there with me since the start, because I don't know how, when, or where it happened. Where it all started. And even now, it still makes me feel like a kid. Ooh, a Trapinch. You know, one of my favorite things to do in some of the Shantae games is to get all of the different end screens. Starting with Pirate's Curse, there are different end screens for fulfilling certain requirements. Like, you get one for beating the game, you get one for beating it as fast as possible, one for 100% completing the game, and one for 100% completing the game as fast as possible. And I did that with Half Genie Hero. I need to do it again with Ultimate Edition, but I did it with Half Genie Hero. I got all the end screens for it, and I heard the hardest game to do it in is Pirate's Curse. Oh wait, no, I did it with 7 Sirens as well. Yeah, I did it with 7 Sirens and Half Genie Hero, but I didn't do it with Pirate's Curse because I heard Pirate's Curse is absolutely horrible to do it with. The other 2 games, you have quite a bit of leeway. Not Pirate's Curse, though. Pirate's Curse is very, very strict. So I've heard. You have a lot that you need to get done, and you need to play pretty much at your best. I could be wrong though because I haven't attempted it yet. I'm looking forward to giving it a shot. I love Pirate's Curse. Its pacing is just so well. And you know, it's ironic because Shantae's supposed to be a half genie and we've essentially stripped her of her genie abilities. And so she is basically just a regular human now. But it's super cool. And the pacing is just perfect. Especially the platforming. It is so seamless and there's no stopping the transform or anything. You just push a button and then the pirate gear activates and you just do all these cool things consecutively. It makes you feel so powerful, so unstoppable. And I can't lie, the first time I played Pirate's Curse, it was fantastic. I can't forget that experience. Oh my gosh, that's right. Tomorrow is Rift of the Necrodancer's release. I finally get to purchase and play it. Rhythm games are usually not my forte. I'm usually not a fan of rhythm games that much. But Necrodancer is special to me. Then again, that's mostly because of what happened with Crypt of the Necrodancer and The Legend of Zelda. Cadence of Hyrule was just very fun. And I cannot imagine living my life right now without it. It was a very fun experience. Highly recommend it for anyone who enjoys roguelites and Legend of Zelda. It's an interesting experience. Nice twist on the Zelda formula mixed with roguelite rhythm shenanigans. Overall, really great experience. They're thinking about getting some new stuff for my microphone. Mostly a pop filter. Right now, the one I have is pretty good. I don't have a filter for it, but it's a good microphone. It is a good quality microphone. But having a filter for it would make it so much better. Especially for the harshness of saying words that start with P to avoid the pop. And overall, I dig it. I dig the microphone, and I am looking forward to making the investment. Upgrade the gear I have as affordably as I can and responsibly to provide the best and only the best. We've already gone through 43 encounters? Jeez. That was like an encounter a minute. Actually, that's roughly probably how long it takes. Almost a minute per encounter. Sounds reasonable enough, honestly. Very reasonable, now that I think about it. The latest Pokemon game that I have fully completed that wasn't this one, for the sake of the shiny Palkia and Manaphy. The last one they fully beaten was actually Black 2. And that was my first playthrough of Black 2 too. It was like... Because like I originally had it years ago when it first came out. And then I ended up losing it somehow. And I've gone years without it. And so when I got my new 2DS XL, alongside it I got a new copy of Pokemon Black 2. My bank account suffered horribly. Retrosaurus! Welcome, thanks for the follow. Hopefully you're enjoying these shiny hunts. Palkia is going very smoothly, albeit slowly. But yes, my bank account suffered greatly that time. But it was worth it because then I did eventually get my copy of Black 2. And I played it and I very much loved it. Especially with the Dream Radar add-on. Like, I've always wanted to use the Dream Radar. And I finally got the chance to do so. And so I got everything that was on there. I got the birds through playing the game. Like, I got Thundurus, Landorus, Tornadus. I got all three of them in their Therian forms. And then I got the other legendaries for the Gen 4 games. And then I got every single Pokemon exclusive to the Dream Radar. And they're exclusive in the fact they come in the Dream Ball. And they always have their hidden abilities. So, really cool stuff. And I have that entire collection and transferred it into Pokemon Black 2. And now that's getting transferred to home in their own little box. Nice little collection. It's also the only way to get level 5 legendaries legitimately in a Pokemon game. Because you can transfer them as early as just starting the game. And they will be level 5. And then they increase in levels as you get more badges. So it is very interesting, to say the least. It is very interesting, the mechanics for that. But overall, it was a great time. I really loved the storylines and the fact that it was a literal direct sequel to Pokemon Black and White. And it was played out perfectly. Like, everyone acknowledged that time went on. There were a lot of changes between the two games. Characters grew. Things got better. Certain characters got smarter. You can definitely tell that a lot of love and care was put behind Pokemon Black and White and Black 2 and White 2 specifically. And I dare say, aside from Let's Go, which I think looks the best in the modern era, Black 2 and White 2 were easily the best games in the sprites department. Because they might not be as vibrant as, say, Gen 3, but the sprite animation quality in that game, great. All the area designs looked fantastic as well. The only thing that I wish was better were the backgrounds. The backgrounds were very muddy. They were very muddy and blurry and desaturated and overall unpleasant to look at for the most part, but when you put it together, when you put it side by side with like the Pokemon sprites themselves, almost all of them came right from Gen 4 and are now just animated. And then when you put those besides their original appearances, those were the best sprites ever. Even when you put the sprites that were clearly from Gen 4 and you put them besides the new ones from Black 2, White 2, or Black and White with the animations, you could just see so much more of the Pokemon now. Like, you can see so much more personality in the Pokemon now than you did in any other generation up to that point. And we haven't had anything like that since, because most of the models are now just standing around, and that's their idle battle pose. And it's honestly just a shame, because I feel like these Pokemon can be animated a whole lot more and still feel real. They were very expressive and animated because they were in an environment that we wouldn't necessarily parallel with reality. But now they're in the third dimension, so yeah, it's a lot more expensive and takes a lot more resources to have models that are expressive and better looking, and animations that really make you feel like the Pokemon is in battle rather than just standing around. I understand that it is a process that maybe not everyone is able to handle, but I do think Pokemon definitely deserves everything it can, and I feel like all the Pokemon should be expressed at their fullest, which includes their battle animations, because a lot of them, ever since they jumped to 3D, were pretty boring. Pulverized shed tortoise who wants to dance. Funny. Squawkability is an interesting Pokemon. A bird that has a really funny, classy haircut, a nice retro hairstyle. I'd say that's it's interesting. It's definitely an interesting design. Wouldn't make it my go-to. The Circle Dance of the Unknown. Imagine being a bunch of unknown and circling around a fire. Actually, imagine being any Pokemon and circling around a fire. Gotta admit, it's pretty cute though. Giratina is a very interesting design. It's like this evil serpent with like demonic horns. looks like a centipede, and I really think it's an interesting design choice. In contrast to Arceus, in contrast to Dialga and Palkia, it's unlike any other Pokemon that we've seen almost ever. Nowadays, we've had designs that come scarily close, but not nearly as much. Not nearly as close as you would think. And overall, I must say, its shiny is also fantastic, and I 100% will be shiny hunting that. Because it is a gorgeous shiny. Then again, there were a lot of gorgeous shinies, so that's kind of not really anything too new, I don't think. Speaking of gorgeous shinies, it'd also be cool if Palkia was shiny right now, because that's another gorgeous shiny. It's really interesting how Smeargle's colors between generations 2 and 3 were inverted. Its original sprite is red. Its shiny is green. And then from generation 3 onwards, its regular colors were green. Thank you, TCG Pocket. And its shiny was red. A favorite shiny Pokemon? I do. I do have a favorite shiny Pokemon. It is Umbreon. It is Umbreon. And the color scheme is what inspired the color scheme of my overlay layout. Black and blue. Some of my other favorite shiny Pokemon are Meowscarada with the purple mintish colors. Shiny Gardevoir because it's also a light blue, but it's got like this white dress that turns black when it Mega Evolves. Giratina is another favorite of mine. The colors of Shiny Dialga are really cool. I think it's really interesting. There were a lot of really awesome shinies that I love. Listing all of them would be close to impossible. But my absolute favorite is 100% Shiny Umbreon. Especially because that is my favorite Pokemon, period. What about you? Do you have any favorite shiny Pokemon? Well, I mean, you could just look them up. On Cerebi, every single Pokemon and their shinies are present. So you could just look them up and pick out the ones that you like. But if you're judging based off of the Pokemon that you have as shiny, no better time to start shiny hunting than now. I honestly don't know what I like more, the lore of Sinnoh or the lore of Kalos. Because Sinnoh's appeals to me more because I like history a lot. But Kalos is also interesting because it is very serious. On top of that, it has a lot more questions because we barely get any answers. At least with Sinnoh, we have all of the answers. So it is interesting even if we still have questions. Kalos has a lot more questions than answers, period. We're most likely probably going to get answers to those in Legends ZA, but it is still interesting to think about. But at the same time, is Legends actually just going to be about the past, or can it also be the future? Because from what the teaser for ZA is implying, it might be not the past, but the future, probably. It could be the future. I think that is a very realistic possibility. And seeing a Legends game in the future, while it's kind of realistic, it's also interesting. Because so far, we've only assumed that Legends would be about the past and the history of Pokemon and all the regions and whatnot, without considering the fact that Legends can carry on into the future, and they can be their own sort of, and the future can have its own sort of Legends. On top of that, not every game needs to be in the past for us to get answers. Because we can still get answers if the game is in the future. Like, now that we have this fancy technology in Lumiose, what if now we're able to actually get the answers that we're seeking in Kalos' past? Things of that nature. Like, I think that is a very realistic possibility, given the direction that the teaser is implying. And I think it would be cool, in general, to have a game take place in the future rather than in the past or the present. That when you think about it, it has connections to Paldea. And Paldea has connections to both the past and the future, given the whole paradox thing. So when you put that into perspective, you remember Legends Arceus was about the past, and that there was a whole area regarding the past in Kitakami, but also a place dedicated to the future, but no game dedicated to the future. What if all of that was alluding to Legends ZA being in the future and not the past? Probably looking too much into it, and we're probably just going to get answers when more information on the game is officially released and revealed to us. But having a game take place in the future would be sick. It would just be genuinely sick. We're almost at the funny number. At some point I may need to get a new chair because the one I have right now is not very comfortable. I mean, it's comfortable enough, it gets the job done, but it could be better. It could be significantly better. We'll have to see. Right now, that is not a priority. Alright, do I have enough charge to actually... No, I don't. I do not, in fact, have enough charge to do any sort of battling on TCG Pocket. That is a shame. I really need to do those solo battles for the event drops. Hey guys, look! Funny number! We hit the peak. We hit the funny number. It's gonna go downhill from here. Goodness gracious. Spiritomb is being very noisy right now. I like the gibberish that Palkia and Dialga just say when you encounter them. It's genuinely the funniest thing ever to hear. Oh my goodness, Spiritomb. Spiritomb is so noisy. You know, it's funny because everyone gets on Spiritomb's case for being Dark Ghost type. But it's not the only Dark Ghost type in Gen 4. That also belongs to Sableye. And people don't give Sableye a hard time. They complain about Cynthia's Spiritomb. And to that I say heresy. If you're gonna diss one of them, diss both of them. Even then, nowadays, not a big deal. Because now, Fairy is strong against Dark. And it is not... I think my favorite trainer Pokemon, Blaziken, Haxorus. Haxorus is a really good one, so is Rayquaza and Greninja. Pumpkaboo London. I haven't actually seen Pumpkaboo. Genesect is interesting though. I will give you that. Let me see. Pumpkaboo. Oh. purple. I like. Yeah, a lot of these shinies that you listed are black and purple. With the exception of Genesect, Blaziken, and Mega Gengar. Because Mega Gengar is white, Blaziken is just more intense colors of its base colors, and Genesect is red. But all the others have a strong emphasis on black, which just proves everyone's point that black shinies are single-handedly the best shinies in the games. They're just the coolest. I cannot wait for Koraidon and Miraidon's shinies to be released, and we have to go to GameStop to pick them up. Actually, I'm pretty sure in a few days... Wait, let me... Yeah, I'm pretty sure in a few days, there's going to be a... There's going to be a shiny Pokemon. Wait, no, is it a shiny Pokemon? No, I don't think so. I think it's just a... It's a Terra Pokemon. There's a Terra event Pokemon that you can only get via GameStop code. So guess where I'm going later in the month. Yeah, if I go to... Yeah, it is a flying Terra type Eevee. To celebrate Pokemon Day. Yeah, I guess where I'm going, between the 7th and the 27th. I bet you can never figure it out. Collecting event Pokemon is always a fun little side hobby for me when it comes to Pokemon. Most of the time I'm collecting for the decks and stuff, but collecting events is the coolest thing ever. Like, I had to trade one of my special shinies just to get the Worlds 2024 Steenie, and I'm still missing the Tatsugiri from 2023. And I'm gonna have to do the same thing for 2025, because I'm not able to go. Yet. Next year I'll try. The Tatsugiri is not that big of a deal though, but the Steenie 100% was. Like, Steenie is adorable. Then again, I think a lot of Pokemon are adorable, so I mean... When you put it into perspective... Me saying a Pokemon's adorable doesn't really equate to much. When I say a lot of Pokemon are adorable. From the get-go. $77. Darn. My special number. What a shame. It's such a shame. My special number wasn't the one. All the Pokemon are staring at attention again. I wonder what they're up to. You know, I really love Pokemon Ranch. It is adorable. And it took me a long time to get all of these Pokemon into the ranch. Some of these shinies are very special to me. Like, my first ever RNG Manip shiny is in here. It was just on screen a minute ago. It was a Ludicolo that used to be a Lotad. It was the very first one I ever got through RNG manipulation. Because yes, I RNG manipulate and I hunt. I think both are fun. At the end of the day, I get a Pokemon, so it's a win regardless. We're almost at 100 encounters already? Ooh. That's insane. I do find it interesting how Pokemon like Porygon and Magnemite can just appear in Legends Arceus through distortions, implying that not only were you taken through time from the future to the past, but they were as well. And that lore implication is just funny, but then it also brings into question the paradox forms. Like, where exactly did they come from? Did they actually come from the past, or did they come from another dimension? Or both? Who knows? Who knows when they will... Who knows where they came from? We can only assume. We can only assume and guess. Especially since most of those Pokemon purely just exist in Area Zero for the most part. Yeah, I think almost all of them just have... Yeah, I think most of them just reside in Area Zero, now that I think about it. So then... how far can we trust the validity of these Pokemon's existence? Because aside from a few that exist like outside, most of them just exist in Area Zero. So then where did they actually come from? And more importantly, where did the paradox forms come from? Did they actually come from the past to the future? Did they come from another dimension? Where did the regular Pokemon come from? Like, it's honestly so confusing when you put it into perspective like that. Because the whole thing is about time, because it's all about past this, future this. Cool. But what about these guys? They just exist here, don't they? And so it's weird. But what if it was never always like that? Imagine willingly diving into a pitfall. Did the same Baneri just do it again? You have gotta be kidding me. Baneri really loves falling into the pit hole. It literally is. It is literally the same Baneri. My fastest hunt so far has definitely been the shiny Charmander that I got in Fire Red. Which, as a reminder, is 1 in 8,192. Like, that only took a few hundred resets to get. In comparison to literally all the other hunts that I've done in similar manners, that have taken forever. Watch rule. This reminds me of the fact I have never had a shiny watch roll, to my knowledge. And to be honest, I might never will. Let me look at shiny watch roll again. Oh wait, no, I do have one. I do have one. I had to remind myself because its shiny is honestly very forgettable. It's just red. It's just red instead of black on top. That's literally the only difference. Oh, and when it evolves into a Kilowatch roll, it's more light gray on its body rather than, again, a more dark navy bluish. Some games that I really need to go back and replay are like Super Mario Odyssey 100%. I mean, that game is great. I loved that game. It was so fun. I spent so long 100% in it. Just because I wanted every moon. I just wanted every single moon. And then I need to finish Brothership. I still haven't finished Brothership. And that makes me sad because I was looking forward to Brothership for like forever. And then I just stopped. I don't know why I stopped. But so far, the future is looking pretty good for Mario and Luigi, anyway. You know, this Palkia really does not want to come home. Then again, it's only been 90 resets. It's only been 90. It genuinely cannot go. Well, I mean, they can, I'm just not lucky. I mean, in theory, I could just RNG this, but why would I do that? This is more fun, isn't it? Celebi! Celebi is my all-time favorite mythical. Would you believe it? Celebi is so cute. And the event for Celebi and Heart Gold Soul Silver is also really cool. It is honestly my favorite event in all the classic Pokemon games. When the only one that comes close is Spiky or Pichu, you know it's good. Because I feel most people would say Sinnoh Ruins, Spiky or Pichu. Literally any of the Gen 5 ones that I forgot because they're not on the top of my head right now. I think Zoroark is one of them. Oh, Victini was a cool one too. Because you had to actually go to Liberty Island. And then you had to fight a few Plasma Grunts and then you gain access to the inside where you actually fought the Victini. Which, I wish we did more of those things. Can we fight the Mythicals again, please? I liked fighting the Mythicals. Let us actually earn the right to catch these guys, rather than just... Whoop! Free Mythical for you. Go gaga. And he still wasn't pink. Whoa. RPG Maker is free, by the way. So if you ever wanted to try RPG Maker for yourself, pick it up now while it's free. It's a really powerful tool. I personally don't use it, but I've definitely heard from other smaller game developers and friends of mine that it is a very powerful tool, even if you want to make just a traditional RPG, and that you should definitely pick it up. Even if you're not interested in it right now, still pick it up, because you might get interested and then you might cry because you have to pay money now. Get it while it's free. I actually got RPG Maker when it was still paid. Like, I actually paid for my copy. But that was a long time ago. I forgot when I added it to my library. It was so long ago that I can't even view the history anymore. I can't even view my history for it. It's gone now. It was that long ago. That's crazy. And here I am dropping things. That was 97, right? Yeah, that had to be 97. And then I'm pretty sure MV was the other free one that yeah, became free like last year or so. You all know about Roller Coaster Tycoon, right? How good is that? Because I hear it's very good, but very weird to actually play. I say that only because I have no idea how to do anything in it, let alone make roller coasters. I can't do the very thing that you're supposed to do in it. And that makes me sad. Also, we're almost at 100. We're almost to triple digits. It's actually crazy when you think about it, that we're already at almost triple digits. You know, this year, last year, 2024, was the year that I actually watched The Last Airbender in full. Like, prior to that, I've only seen a couple of clips, and that's about it. I never actually got to see it when I was a kid. But I finally got to watch it with some friends, and I must say, I missed out a lot. Last Airbender was so cool, and there goes Happini into the pitfall. Can we ban pitfalls from the ranch? Please? I'm tired of my Pokemon falling down the pitfall. Can we ban the pitfall from the ranch? Alright, triple digits. Will this be the one? Nope. 100 resets! Ah, yeah, 100 resets. Here we go. Love to see it. Let's see how high this number goes. I like seeing number get bigger. That actually reminds me about idle games. There were a couple of idle games that I used to play. I think the biggest one was Adventure Capitalist. That and Cookie Clicker. I haven't played either of those in a very long time, but I remember playing them quite a bit. Yeah, okay, Glitter. Glitter's a happy Metagross. You know, Glitter actually came from Steven Stone himself. Steven Stone was very kind to me, and he was like, here you go. Here's a shiny Beldum. Just have a shiny Beldum. And I was like, okay. Nothing like getting a free shiny Beldum for one of the coolest shiny Pokemon ever. I mean, seriously, shiny Metagross is beautiful. Silver with gold highlights. You can't beat that. Unless you're an Umbreon, or Gardevoir, or a Meowscarada, or a Ho-Oh. Okay, maybe you can beat that. But it's still really cool. It's still really cool. It's still very pretty. Still one of my favorite shinies of all time. Okay, I actually have my Luxury Ball replica over here. A wild Lairon appears. Look at this beautiful thing. I love it so much. $120 well spent. Can't believe it was like, what, a year since I got it? It's so pretty. I want to get more. I want to get more of them. Well, not necessarily the Luxury Ball in particular, but more of the balls. I'm thinking Pokeball, Cherish Ball, Dusk Ball, things of that nature, probably. Wonder what other balls there are besides the Luxury Ball and the balls I just listed. I know there's the Great Ball, Master Ball, Ultra Ball. What other design balls do I like? Is there one for the GS Ball? I don't think we're ever going to get one for the GS Ball. That'd be cool if they did have one, though. No, but we do have the Beast Ball. Yeah, no, I can look at the Pokeball replicas and okay, the Beast Ball actually looks so pretty. Yeah, there is the Timer Ball. The Timer Ball is a cool one too, but not my favorite design of all the balls. My favorite's the one that I just showed, but yeah, looking at all of the Magic Wand replicas. Well, it's not really Magic Wand, it's just the Wand Company, but looking at all the replicas, it's like... The Cherish Ball is cool. They got the Love Ball. They got Dive, Quick, Master, Great Ball, Dusk, Cherish. You have a mini Love Ball, so I guess now they're doing minis. Oh, there's also the Friend Ball. The Friend Ball is also a cool one. We've also got Heal Ball, Premier. I'm honestly surprised the Luxury Ball has not been sold out. Of all the Pokeballs, I would have definitely, yes, Luxury. Literally Luxury. Hello, Nest Player. We're shiny hunting Palkia. And you can imagine... You can imagine how it's going right now. Based off of that number on the bottom that says 107 now. Fun times. Genuinely fun times. I've had a lot of fun doing this. And just chatting away. Just yapping. And now looking at different Pokeball replicas that I'm gonna blow $100 on. I can't help it. These replicas are so cool. Oh yeah, also talking about the ranch that half of my Pokemon like jumping in the pitfalls of. So I mean, you know, it's just something that happens in the world of my Pokemon ranch. I do wonder if they're ever gonna release like the Moon Ball, the GS Ball, maybe even the Dream Ball for the replicas. I think it'd be very cool if they did have those for the replicas. I would jump on the Moon Ball in a heartbeat. That's like my second favorite Pokeball ever. Because it matches with shiny Umbreon very well. The Luxury Ball is just a general ball that I can throw any Pokemon in. And it would look good. Even if it doesn't match, it's the most expensive ball in lore. So I mean, may as well give the Pokemon the best, right? I mean, hey, the Luxury Ball is an easy cheat way. It's like a cheat sheet to getting high friendship with a Pokemon. So, I mean, that's helpful. That's very helpful in the long run. When you're thinking about it that way. The Luxury Ball is very good for, like, friendship evolutions. I wish Palkia was a friendship evolution. Now that I think about it, I wonder what some legendaries would look like if they evolved from other Pokemon. The only time we've seen something like that are Solgaleo and Lunala, where they came from Cosmoem, and that came from Cosmog. Yeah, I genuinely wonder what the pre-evolutions of some of those legendaries would look like. I can only imagine Mewtwo would look a little bit more like Mew in terms of like its size and structure. Maybe Kyogre would be a little more like Wilmer. Just a little more thin rather than round. Would Groudon be like a Sandslash? That's really the only way I can describe what these Pokemon are looking like in my head, by comparing them to other Pokemon. Only because I'm bad at describing things that I see in my head. I'm more of a visual type of person. I work better with visuals, and when I see something, the best way for me to elaborate on it is to showcase it. And in the event that I don't, the best way I can explain it is through comparison. We've all got our strengths and weaknesses. You know, I wonder how many days now I've left the ranch running. Yeah, I probably left it running for about a week now. Oops. Let's keep it running. So usually I don't keep my amiibo in their boxes and packages and whatnot, but I have still yet to take out my 2 Cloud Strife amiibo. Because I got the Cloud Strife and the Player 2 Cloud Strife amiibo a little while ago. I think it was after I finished Final Fantasy VII Remake. I decided to get the Cloud amiibo because I really like Final Fantasy VII and I already had Sephiroth. I was thinking whether or not I should get the original design or the Player 2 design because I really like the Advent Children Cloud. And then it dawned on me, why not both? I think that was about $50 I spent that day. But now I have 2 sealed Cloud Strife amiibo. One of them is a Japanese import. Honestly, not the first time I had foreign imports for my stuff. I mean, the little headphones I have right now, the Audio Technicas, those are imports. Which, by the way, they're very comfortable. They're very lightweight and comfortable. I can barely feel them. They're not small enough to get absolutely annoying like the earbuds. They cover so much space, so it's not all going directly into your eardrums. But they're not heavy like actual headphones. I really wanted to not have actual headphones. So this is great. This is really great. I love it. I love these Audio Technicas. I'll support them with my life. Like, I mean, Raycon earbuds, I've heard good things about them. I've never tried them myself. I don't doubt that they might be good. But personally, I'm just gonna stick with these Audio Technicas. They're good. They're very good. They're stylish, and they're pretty much the same thing that the Persona 3 protagonist wears. So I'll take it. there's also a replica of the Hisui Pokeball. It's not made by the Wand Company, though. It's just a regular replica model. You know, the Heal Ball is just one of the most unnecessary Pokeballs, in all honesty. I never saw the appeal in it, or the point in having it at all. Like, I mean, I guess I can kind of understand if you want to get a Pokemon and use it immediately, and you don't want to go to a Pokemon Center to heal, or get it from the box. You just want to catch the Pokemon and use it right off the bat. I mean, I guess that's a niche use. But overall, when are you going to use that? Like, it's not any different from a regular Pokeball. And honestly, the design is kind of weak. Like, I genuinely, for a long time, thought the ball was meant to only be used on Audino, and it increased the catch rate of catching Audino. Because I first saw it in Gen 5. Yeah, I have no idea where my brain was. A wild Raticate appears. Keep it away from boats. We don't want any Raticates getting near boats. We know what happened last time that happened. That Raticate went onto a boat. Didn't end well. In all seriousness, it was deposited into the PC. Grow up, people. Pokemon Battle Revolution. I need to replay that. I finally beat it a little while ago, last year, and it was fun. It was a very fun experience. I loved seeing all of these. Did the Raticate spread? Like, no, it didn't. It just died. No, so allegedly Raticate died on the SSN. Blue's Raticate allegedly died on the SSN, but in reality it was just deposited in the PC box because, well, you're not the only individual with a PC box in the Pokemon world. I wonder what else is on the Pokemon Center. I should look at the plushes section. I gotta look at the plushies section. By the way, guys, this is how to make me go absolutely bankrupt. Tell me to look at a website that has a bunch of plushes. See how long it takes for me to pull out my credit card. Oh my god, there's literally a 15 3/4 inch gold Ho-Oh plush. Oh yeah, the Sprigatito plush. I have a Sprigatito plush. I remember listening on Amazon that had every Evolution plushie for $200. Give me the listing right now. Give me the listing. Please. I need the listing. It was years ago. Find it. Find it. Go back in time. Get a time machine. I need that. I need them all. I have a shiny Eevee. I have a shiny Umbreon plush. That's the only shiny plush I have, though. I do have several Eevee plushes, though. Some of them are from holidays, and then there's a regular Eevee plush that I have. Galarian Moltres. That's a cool plush. You know, maybe one day we'll just sit on the Pokemon website and look at all the plush listings here. Also, welcome, Donut. Thank you for bringing to my attention a $200 listing for every single Evolution plush and that I might not be able to get. That makes me very sad. A Golbat plush? Dude, there's probably a plush for every single Pokemon on here. Like, it's got a bunch of different designs for Pikachu and whatnot, but I'm like 99% sure that there is a plush for every single Pokemon somewhere on here. Region Kanto. Apparently it's listing Galarian Moltres as a Kanto, which I mean technically it is, but like it's the Galarian form. I feel like it's more fitting to put that in the Galar section. Okay, well I found a Zubat sitting cutie. Aha, there it is. Golbat Sitting Cuties plush, 8 3/4 inches. $16.99. Yeah, so if you want a plush that's like 80% mouth, it exists on the Pokemon Center website. Okay, thank you. Oh yeah, a lot of the plushies end up getting sold out, but yeah, this is the easiest way to get me to go lose all of my money. It'll take me to a plush website. Especially if it's Pokemon. If it's a Pokemon plush website, you're just asking me to never have money again. Figures and pins, clothing, home, video game. Oh my god, Sinnoh Champion Team Protection Case for Nintendo Switch? Okay, so who was gonna tell me that this was a thing? Because I want it now. It's $20. $20 for a case featuring Cynthia and her entire team? Dude, that's crazy. I want it. I want it, like, now. Okay, this is hilarious. On the Pokemon Center website, it's 4... So, Shining Pearl has 4.5 Pikachu reviews. And Scarlet has 4 Pikachu reviews. Apparently, according to the Pokemon Center website, people like Shining Pearl more than Scarlet. That makes no sense. Detective Pikachu Returns. Has anybody played Detective Pikachu Returns? Is it any good? I have not played Detective Pikachu or Detective Pikachu Returns, so I have no idea if it's good or not. The only Detective Pikachu things that I have are the movie and a card based off of the movie. I don't even know if it's a legitimate card or not. It could be a promotion thing. Oh yeah, that's real. It's real. Okay. Oh wow, there's several. Yeah, the one I got is from the Sun and Moon promo card. Wait, there's more than just one? Oh no, it's a stamped one. It's Sun Moon 190. It's stamped. That's the one I have. I have that card. I could probably get it. If I can find the binder in which it's in, I could probably showcase it. Let me see. Is it this one? I don't know if it's this one or if it's the Mewtwo one. Probably the Mewtwo one, and if that's the case, I don't know where the Mewtwo one is. Let's just hope it's in this one. Oh wait, really? Actually, yeah, it might be this one. Could be, because this one has my favorite Pokemon besides the legendaries and stuff. It's got an old Professor Oak card here too. I think I might have some first editions. Okay, no, it's not in this one. Yeah, no, it's not in this binder. It has to be in the... It has to be in the Mewtwo one, but I don't know where Mewtwo is. Oh, it's all the way on the other side of the room. Maybe during my AFK break. When that'll be? I don't know. But yeah, a Detective Pikachu card exists. Several of them. I happen to have one, and the movie. Which, by the way, that was a good movie. I I heard a second one is being talked of. You know, after the first time I played Pokemon Cafe Remix, I just never touched it again. And it's not that I don't like it. I think it's adorable. It just requires me to take my Switch out of the dock, and I don't really want to do that. And I don't have space for it on my phone. So it's just kind of there right now. It's in my life, and I want to play it. I want to do more with it, but it's just like Pokemon Masters EX. I don't have the space for it. I'm not gonna touch Pokemon Unite again for a while. Although I won't lie, the Pokemon Unite theme slaps. The food items are the type of food items that you want to make IRL. Oh yes, in Cafe Remix, that stuff looks so good. Although it's mostly the coffees that I'm interested in, the lattes. Although I personally don't know how to even make coffee as it is. I should probably learn. The Binary Frappe would be the best one. I'll have to look at that one. I don't quite remember that one. I haven't played too much of it, so there's a very high chance I just didn't get that far yet. That's very realistic. A very realistic possibility, given how I only played it for a single day. Man, I'm really looking forward to seeing the next parts of Pokemon Horizons. Like, I'm hearing a lot of good things about the second part of it. But I think they call it Season 2. Although there have been talks that it's going to be the last season for Horizons. And that's making me wonder if there's going to be a new cast, or if they're just going to move on to a different name for the same characters. Kind of like what they did with Ash's journeys and whatnot. Or are they bringing back Ash already? I hope they're not bringing back Ash already. Like, I miss him, but I mean, they need to commit to the decision. Like, they said that they were going to stop having Ash for a while. They need to stop having Ash for a while. They need to not go back on their word like that. Although it could also be a case of they're just going to cycle through different characters as protagonists. Which sounds cool, honestly. I'm all for different protagonists for every single series. We could have a fresh new coat of paint all the time, and maybe every now and then we'll get to see Ash again. Who knows, honestly. Honestly, I think my favorite character from Horizons, aside from Freed and Liko, because they're both cool, and I tend to resonate with people a lot more than Pokemon, but my favorite Pokemon character in that is Captain Pikachu. Captain Pikachu is really cool, and actually showcases what motivation and willpower can do to a person. Like, Pikachu wanted to fly. And eventually, he did. So much so, he befriended a professor and became a captain of a crew on a ship that flies. All because that Pikachu just wanted to fly. Which, by the way, it's very easy for a Pikachu to fly. Just give it some balloons. I mean, look at Pokemon Yellow. Look at Pokemon Snap. Just put some balloons around your waist and you'll be good to go. Bye-bye. Although the way Captain did it was a lot cooler. Like, the Captain had to work for his flight. Truly a menace. There's a Terror Raid event, for Milcery between the 14th and 16th. I don't know how to feel about that. Pikachu and balloons. Okay, but would Pikachu be more excited about balloons or a surfboard? Because reminder, Pikachu can also ride a surfboard. Pikachu, no. Oh, man. Ash would be so sad if that happened. He'd be so sad if Pikachu just flew off with balloons. Then again, you can't blame the guy. Alright, careful now. Don't want to get too crazy. It is alright, just be careful. Every once in a while, the occasional damn won't hurt anybody. But we don't want to get too crazy. That being said, I don't know if I want to stream Shadow the Hedgehog ever. Sounds like a fun idea. But then again, in that game, everyone is being vulgar left and right. So who knows? Maybe one day. But not right now. It's Pokemon time! Just like it has been for the past 2 hours, oh my goodness. Time flew. The time genuinely flew. And PALKIA is still not pink. I have a lot of Pro Controllers for the Switch for whatever reason. I don't know why I have so many. I have my main one, which is this Turbo one that I have, like, right over here. And then I have a regular first-party Pro Controller. That was the first one I got. And then I got a Pikachu one, a Luigi one, and then I think I got another Pokemon one as well, but I don't know where that one went. But I do know that I have way too many of these Pro Controllers. Way too many of them. I caught the shiny Dialga with the Pikachu Pro Controller. You know, maybe I should just use the Pikachu Pro Controller and then I'll get the shiny Palkia. But that requires me to have to charge it. Besides, I like Turbo anyway. I like having a Turbo button. There's a reason this became my go-to Pro Controller. I like spamming the A button. The other one had it had like configurable buttons that you were able to like on this one, it just has different buttons mapped to each of the face buttons. But then on the Pikachu one, you can set it so that the extra buttons can be whatever you want them to be. So in my case, I wanted to do it with one hand. I would map one of the buttons to up. That way, instead of having to reach over, I could just press the button and it would send me upwards. And it was very cool. It was the coolest thing. Also, we're at 152. We're now in Johto. We are now in the Johto region, everybody. I cannot lie. I do wish the Lake of Rage still had those buildings in the top left corner. Because now we don't have that anymore, but I'm pretty sure there was supposed to be like a gym there in the original build of the game. And then they just got rid of it. Makes me sad that they got rid of it, but I mean, can't really blame them. But at the same time, you kind of can, because that would have been cool. That would have been really cool. I mean, it's basically what the Kyogre and Groudon event in Emerald was. Like, Pseudopolis has a gym, and it's got a lot of plot significance. And then the legendaries end up there battling each other. Kind of like how the Lake of Rage has a lot of story significance and has the Red Gyarados. If you ask me, there's a whole lot more going for the Lake of Rage than meets the eye. And genuinely speaking, we really deserved it to have a Dark-type gym leader a lot sooner than Gen 8. Also, Lillipup is cute. Now that I think about it, how many dog Pokemon are there? There's so many at this point. It's actually kind of insane how many there are at this point. Oh yeah, I think I briefly mentioned this the other day, but it's funny how Nintendo went ahead and tried to sue a small supermarket, and they lost. They actually lost a lawsuit against a very small company for using the name Mario. This just proves that even if you're little, you shouldn't give up. And maybe you're not even in the wrong. But now, Nintendo kind of made an oopsie with that one. Because now they just made themselves look like fools. What about that new Mario Kart, though? Personally, I'm more than satisfied with just Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but apparently Mario Kart 9 is going to be a thing. And I don't like how Donkey Kong looks. I never liked Donkey Kong to begin with, but this design is atrocious. They made him look like he's running out of air from classic SpongeBob. Which, mind you, is funny in of itself, but with Donkey Kong, it just doesn't work. And I guess it's meant to sort of replicate his design in the movie, but then why? In fact, I don't even think it looks that bad in the movie. Oh, wait. Oh yeah, no, it's not all that impressive in the movie. In the movie, it's not too horrible, but in the game, it just looks out of place. Which is weird, because it's not too different from his regular... I guess it's because the eyes are just bigger? Because in his regular design, he has like small beady eyes, but in like the movie and now Mario Kart 9, they're just bigger a little. Which, yeah, adds more expressiveness and softness to the character, but it just looks so strange. Like, this is not the Donkey Kong I remember seeing. Kind of a similar loss, but it was the tribe of Bagzilla, and the cartoon character was a parody of Godzilla and wasn't a threat to their business. Yeah. When it comes to like parodies, things get messy because some companies can easily take it out of context and they can assume the worst about something when it's just a parody, when it's just poking fun at their intellectual property and is not actually trying to damage it in any way, shape, or form. It's the kind of stuff The Simpsons and Family Guy and South Park get away with all the time. Mostly The Simpsons, but that's the sort of problem that intellectual properties bring to the table. And I mean, with movies, it was one thing, but these are games we're talking about. And so then you start to bring into question, if there's this intellectual property from a game, how do we apply it in a real-world sense to a real-world scenario? Like, are you really gonna file a lawsuit against someone using the name Super Mario's for their supermarket? Like, are you not allowed to use Super and Mario in the same sentence unless you're referring to the Nintendo game franchise? But of course, Nintendo lost because their claim was baseless. And I mean, good for the good on the little guys. But that was still crazy. They're so uptight about it too, because it was about this King Kong stuff. Like they got hit hard because of the rights for... Yeah, it wasn't called Super Mario Bros. It was just called Super Mario's. I'm pretty sure. Like Super as in market and then Mario. But that whole thing with, like, Donkey Kong, like, that whole lawsuit that happened there, that really struck a nerve with them, and they're very uptight about their intellectual properties ever since then. Sega was almost never hit by stuff like that, so they're very lenient. And if you want to talk about Nintendo holding intellectual properties near and dear, you better believe if we bring up Pokemon, we're going to be here for a while. Because, I mean, Pokemon is Pokemon. How many times has it taken over the world by now? Everyone wants Pokemon. Oh wow, there's actually cases for... There's actually cases for Detective... For the Detective Pikachu bundle in TCG. Not TCG Pocket, but just the actual card game. Also, we're approaching 167. Reminder, the last shiny I got was a shiny Mawile. And that was at 167 encounters. Or rather, hatches. Granted, that was increased odds for Masuda and Shiny Charm. For a total of 1 in, I think, 512. I could be wrong. But those are significantly boosted odds. And we're doing this at the base 140.96. Alright, we have officially gone on longer than Mawile. We have officially gone on much longer than Mawile. Mawile was 167, we're at 167 now, and I am going to guess it is going to be another 200 before we get the shiny. And now we're actually past it. You know, this is actually... All this reptile talk is making me think about Dinosaur Office. Like, I remember when I first got my 3DS, the very first thing that I would do every single time I booted up was I would go to the Nintendo video thing when it was still up. And it had, like, trailers for Dinosaur Office. I wonder if that was actually a thing. Or if that was just a teaser for something that never came to be. It was a thing with multiple episodes, all of it's on YouTube now. I'll have to watch them all then. How many episodes were there? Oh boy, 170. Let me see. It was rated a 7.5 out of 10. That's actually crazy. Well, I mean, it was enough for 42 minutes of content. Whoa, 21? I'm looking on the thing that's saying there's 21 episodes. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, the last one is Bring Your Child to Work Day. You know, speaking of offices, well, I would love to have an office job. I need to seriously watch The Office. Like, The Office. Actually, fun fact about The Office as well, I have the Office Lego set. Moral of the story, never bring your kid to work when your boss is a T-Rex. I have a retaliation for that. But I'm gonna keep it clean. Speaking of T-Rexes... But yeah, I need to actually watch The Office. I heard it's really good and funny. I have the Lego set and it took me hours to actually build it. There are so many pieces. But that's honestly my favorite Lego set so far. Like, I have all of the Wave 1 Sonic sets. And all of the Wave 2 Sonic sets. And as much as I love the Lego Ideas Sonic set as well, I don't think anything's gonna beat the Office set for a while. Until I get the Great Deku Tree anyway. I definitely plan on getting that Great Deku Tree. You know about it, I'm sure. The Great Deku Tree set that has the Breath of the Wild and the Ocarina of Time designs, as well as minifigures to complement both, with just Link in Ocarina of Time and Link and Zelda in Breath of the Wild. I really wonder what's next for LEGO Legend of Zelda. Because it's clear Nintendo is doubling down on LEGO now. They're both the same set. They're both the same set. It's $300 for the same set, but you're able to build it in 2 different ways. And you get all the minifigures regardless. Which one am I going to build it into, though, is an interesting question. Probably Breath of the Wild. I probably would build it in the Breath of the Wild style. Let me see here. Yeah, the one for The one for Breath of the Wild has, like, cherry blossoms, it looks like. And the one for Ocarina of Time is just green plantation. On top of that, the eyebrows are a little more pronounced. And the mustache is also a little more pronounced. Really cool set. I like sets that you can do multiple things with. Like the LEGO Ideas Sonic set, you can get multiple of the same set and then build a larger Green Hill Zone with different things. I'm pretty sure it even shows you you can make different badniks using the same pieces. As well as some alternative elements that you're able to create using the pieces provided in the sets. But for the most part, you do have to dig in your own collections and pay for a whole separate set to get that to work. But when you think about it, $300 for essentially 2 sets of a really successful Nintendo intellectual property, as well as 3 exclusive minifigures. That's really not that bad at all. Oh wait, are these the same, or is it... Wait, no, is it 4 figures? It might actually be... Oh, it is 4 figures! Oh yeah, it's not just Link, it's Link and Young Link. Yeah, no, it's actually 4 figures. So you get Young and Adult Link for Ocarina of Time, and you get Link and Zelda for Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild was such a fun game. Wow, did someone really just... Okay. I really would like to see one of those stables from Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom in LEGO. Like, I'm pretty sure there was a LEGO Ideas thing for it. And I think that might, emphasis on might, have been something that sort of gave them the idea to do this. That alongside the success of the LEGO Super Mario line of sets. Mega Bloks is still getting so much from Pokemon, they're not going to get rid of it so easily. So we should not expect LEGO Pokemon anytime soon. Which sucks, because I'd buy everything. I'd buy everything. then again, it's probably for the best, if that's the case. Wait a second, I already did that. Oh my gosh, another set I really wanted was the, Doctor Who set. That had the 12th and 11th Doctors and Clara Oswald. As well as the TARDIS and a Dalek. And then there were a handful of Scooby-Doo sets I also wanted. But naturally, all of those are expensive and retired. And did you know that the value of LEGO sets tends to go up by about 11% per year after retirement? That's just what I've heard anyway. A circle dance, a zigzagoon. I just realized. Dialga's background has like orange rifts. PALKIA's background does not. Rather, it's almost like the essence of space is getting devoured. That's so cool. That is genuinely so cool. They made the backgrounds fit the Pokemon that you're fighting. I mean, then again, when it comes to small details like that, almost every company that works on a Pokemon project gives this much attention to detail. Because, I mean, Genius Sonority did it. Ilka did it, even though, they were very limited by what they could do. They still tried their best to have all these little details and stuff. And ultimately, I think that's really cool. Because, I mean, they did a decent job at it. And then, of course, the Pokemon Company themselves, well, they weren't half bad. They were not half bad. They're the best at it, honestly. I wonder what other LEGO sets there are. Oh yeah, Team Fortress 2 fans, I'm sure you know this already. But in December, the final comic finally came out. It's actually funny because I never actually read any of the comics prior to that, so I literally read every single comic just to read the final one, and it was well worth the read. That was the best 2 hours of my life. And reading those comics made me want to play Team Fortress 2. So, what I did after reading the comics was play Team Fortress 2 for like 3 weeks. Still a very fun game. Although I probably spent too much money on it. What's on sale? Points shop. Oh my goodness. How do I have 66,000 points in the point shop? What did I do? Uh-oh. Seasonal badge? I can literally get the maximum seasonal badge right now. Let's do it. Winter collection, Snowflake? Yeah. Oh, I got it. Cool. I'm now level 66. Alright, goodbye. All of those points. How much EXP was that, actually? I have no idea how much XP that badge was worth. A gulpin. The Sims 25. Celebrate 25 years of The Sims. Interesting deals. But no thanks. Cookie Clicker is on sale for $1. I still need to play Cuphead. Maybe Danganronpa. Oh, one shot? I know we need to. A Cookie Clicker is on sale for $1. That's funny. You know, I think I was talking about Cookie Clicker earlier alongside Adventure Capitalist. Idle games that I don't usually play, but they're still pretty good. They're still pretty good. They're fun. I mean, in the end, as long as you're having fun with whatever games that you're playing, that's all that matters. And if that means you just like watching numbers go up, then you just like watching numbers go up. Oh, dang. Looking through my library now, I have so many games that I've yet to touch. I still need to play Slay the Spire, Skyrim, Resident Evil. Pizza Tower? I heard Pizza Tower is a good one. Ori and the Will of Wisps? I need to replay Blind Forest. I need to replay Ori and the Blind Forest before I can start playing Will of the Wisps. Because I genuinely forgot half of what happened in Blind Forest. Like, all I know is that it was a masterpiece. And it was genuine art at its finest. That is the most I know of it right now. Okay, I have Oddworld and so many Mega Man games. So many Mega Man games as well. I genuinely need to play all of these games. I sure love games. And yet, I'm still going to be spending most of my time playing Pokemon because I love Pokemon more than all the other games on my Steam library. Oops. I mean, you only live once. There are so many adventures that I can go on. At the end of the day, I can't just force myself to play games. I need to actually be in the mood to play them. So it's like, you know, that sort of thing. I do need to get back to playing new Pokemon Snap, though. I 100% need to do that. I'll probably do that after I get the shiny Palkia. Take a little bit of a break from doing non-stop catching. Just distance myself from the Sinnoh region for a little while. Because I did just have to go through the entire Sinnoh region just to reach this point. And this is a great point that we're standing at, actually. Like, I'm hoping we can actually do Palkia justice, unlike what happened with Dialga. Hopefully, no Master Balls have to be used this time. Mega hope. Genuinely. Oh gosh, it's midnight. I like midnight. I might stream for another hour and then lay down. We made a lot of progress in terms of the shiny Palkia. 196 resets so far, assuming I kept track properly. I might have missed one or two. But yeah, we made a lot of progress. And that's really good. That's really, really good. Well, it's good in the sense that it's a lot of encounters, even though, like, they take forever. Every reset takes forever. There's no soft resetting. and we have to reset for it, and we have pretty much a 2-second unskippable cutscene, but before you can actually see if it's shiny or not. So it's like the most optimal I can do. I'm optimizing it as best as I can, and these are the encounters that I have. So, all things considered, we're doing really well. We're doing really well. And I am having such a blast, genuinely. Oh, this actually reminds me of when I did resets for Dialga on Pokemon. I think it was Pokemon Diamond I did it on. Or was it Platinum? It was one of the Sinnoh games on DS. It was either Diamond or Platinum, but I was trying to shiny hunt Dialga. I still haven't gotten it there yet. I am definitely working on it, though. I'm definitely working on it alongside a shiny Snivy in Pokemon White. No, Pokemon Black, actually. Pokemon Black, a shiny Snivy, a shiny starter at all in Heart Gold Soul Silver. Sounds really fun to have. I got a lot of potential target ideas. It's just unfortunate I can't really showcase any of them. Although maybe I can. $200. We are at 200 encounters with Palkia. Earlier when I was on the Pokemon Center website, I got a glimpse of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. And that reminded me of how I need to actually get back in the Mystery Dungeon and actually try to finish the games. On top of that, it reminded me of the fact I actually own the original DS copy of Pokemon Blue Rescue Team. I still don't know what happened to my Explorers of Sky, but I know if I want to get it again, it's going to be expensive. Because I know that is like the one Mystery Dungeon game that everyone swears is the absolute best one in existence. Like, I'm gonna go look it up right now. I'm gonna go look it up right now and see how much it is. I bet it's gonna be several $100s. Wow, $160. One day. Not now, though. But you know, if they remade the original Mystery Dungeon games, then maybe they'll remake the Explorers games as well. Because honestly, I don't think Gates to Infinity or Super Mystery Dungeon, I don't think they need remakes. I think they just need ports. But maybe the Explorers games need remakes just like the Just like the rescues. Just like the rescue teams. I think that's reasonable to ask for. But the question is, are they going to remake all 3 of them into like one package, or is it like I'm not even sure how the Explorers games work. Enhanced version of Time and Darkness. Oh, okay. So it's literally just the enhanced version already. So literally just remake Explorers of Sky. Literally just remake Explorers of Sky and you win. Easy money right there. Explorers of Sky Deluxe. So many people would buy that, you know it. Okay, what other games are there? Oh wow, there's Japanese exclusive Mystery Dungeon games. I didn't actually know that. That's interesting. That's so cool. There are Japanese exclusive ones for the Wii. Keep going, Blazing Adventure Squad. Let's go, Stormy Adventure Squad. Go for it, Light Adventure Squad. Fire, Wind, and Lightning. Huh. The more you know, I guess. Goldine escaped, just like it escaped the reticle when I was trying to take a picture of it in Snap. It took me forever to get a picture of a Goldine. Dang, that's actually insane. The jump... They really felt like Mystery Dungeon would not get any more traction. They just stopped after... They just stopped after Gen 6. That's crazy. I don't know. I might try playing more Mystery Dungeon. I might try to. You know, maybe if I'm lucky, I'll find my Explorers of Sky cartridge. That way I don't need to get a new one. Might try looking for that. Because I really don't feel like paying $160. Pretty sure there was this one line about Diglett. Basically, Diglett saying that its feet feel like it's walking on air or something. I don't know. It's honestly some really weird Pokemon trivia thing. It's just a weird acknowledgement. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. If it's buried in the ground, then that's implying that it's significantly longer than the rest of the ground. Although, if Wiglet is anything to go by, maybe Diglett really is just really long. Maybe Diglett is really long, and we just never see it. I guess that's always a possibility. I'm getting really tired now. Maybe a couple more resets, and then that'll be it. And then we'll be back Friday. Or maybe tomorrow. Let me double check. Maybe. I might be able to do tomorrow. But I know for a fact Thursday I am off. And I know I will be back Friday. We'll make it to 2:15. Yeah, we'll do 215 resets. So we'll do 5 more resets. And then we're gonna end the stream. I may be back tomorrow. If not, I will be back on Friday. That's what we'll do. I keep hearing the worst of the Mystery Dungeon games is Gates to Infinity. Or maybe it's Super Mystery Dungeon. I'm not sure which one. I keep hearing it was one of those two that was considered to be the worst. I'm not sure which one would be considered the worst. Reception. Oh god. Gates to Infinity was definitely rated bad. What about the reception for Super? Okay, so it was decent. Okay, so both Gates to Infinity and Super were rated, either bad or relatively mediocre on both accounts. That's interesting. Okay, well, I will keep that in mind because I have both of them. I have both Gates to Infinity and Super Mystery Dungeon, as well as Blue Rescue Team, and I think I have Rescue Team DX as well. You know, technically, this means if I can find Explorers of Sky, I could play the entire series. I could play Rescue Team DX, Explorers of Sky, Gates to Infinity, and Super Mystery Dungeon. But I would have to find my Explorers of Sky cartridge for that. And well, I don't think I'll be finding that anytime soon. And that's rather unfortunate. How the one that everyone says is the best in the series is just gone. I genuinely wonder where it went. I am gonna try my absolute hardest to find it. Because all this talk about Mystery Dungeon that I've been doing for the past 20 or so minutes, it's reminded me that I need to actually play Mystery Dungeon. Like, I finally played Snap after so long. I played a little bit of Tekken. No, not Tekken. Pokken. I played a little bit of Tekken too, but that's not relevant. I played Unite. I played Quest, Go, Cafe Remix, Masters EX, TCG Pocket. I played so many spin-offs. Ranger, Pokepark. And yet the one thing that I haven't ever truly given a chance was Mystery Dungeon. And it definitely deserves a chance. Alright, 215. Will this be the one? And it is not. Right, well that will do it for tonight, everybody. I'm feeling awfully tired. We will continue this on Friday if I am not live again tomorrow. We will just have to see how things go. Alright. Everyone have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. Bye-bye.